Hello, teacher.
Hello, Mayan. Good afternoon. Can you
Hello,
hear me well?
teacher.
Yeah,
Yes.
can you hear? Mayan, is it okay if I will not turn on my camera just today?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay. Anyway, it's great to have you in my class again. How are you? How are you, Mayan?
Can you say? I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, that's really nice. How's the weather in your place right now?
It's very hot.
Oh, wow, that's good because here in my place right now it's raining so hard. Anyway, what did you do in the morning, Mayan?
I study math.
Ah, very good. But you're on a summer vacation right now, right?
Yes.
I see. Well, that's nice because you are still studying, even though that you're on a summer vacation. Okay. So, Mayan, today we are now in Unit 18. It's all about health problems. What do you mean by the word health or by this phrase health problems?
Mm, thing is sometimes I eat some food and some food has so many vitamin or can see like that.
That is right. Okay, so you are trying to say that if we eat some food that has so many chemicals, it affects our health. And we might have problems with our health if we eat those food that is rich in chemicals and it's not um naturally processed. You're correct. So what are some food that are not good for our health, Mayan?
Some fast food.
That is right. Okay, so Mayan, let's get started with the vocabulary. Actually, all of the words in here are very easy. So no need to learn all of the words in here, but I'm going to ask you the meaning of it and we're going to make a sentence or give me some examples or if you ever felt or experienced this kind of illness, feel free to share so that you can practice your speaking skill. Are we clear on that, Mayan?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, now first word we have here, toothache.
Toothache.
Oh, one more, toothache.
Toothache.
Great job. Okay, what is a toothache, man?
Is some teeth in my mouth or so hurt.
All right. So when we say, yeah, you are correct. It hurts so much when we have a toothache. Have you ever experienced having a toothache?
No.
Wow, very good. That means you have a very nice teeth. How many times do you brush your teeth, man?
Things I brush in the morning and in the night.
Oh, very good. Same with me. Mayan, this material looks familiar. Are we done with this last week? Let me double check
Mm,
first. Mayan. Ah, we're not yet done. Okay. So here, who is the person who takes care of our teeth, Mayan? Do you know that kind of that person?
yes.
Wow, what do you call that person who looks after our teeth?
Mm, he has very hurt.
Is it a police, a nurse, a doctor, a dentist, veterinarian?
Is a dentist.
That is right. It is a dentist. Okay, and I say sore throat.
Sore throat.
Very good. What is a sore throat, Mayan?
Uh, I think it's my uh, see, I hurt in the know that
Okay, that's all right, Mayan. So when we say sore throat, this is when your throat, like your neck, part of your neck, is hurting so much when you eat food, when you swallow, or when you drink something. Just like what I'm feeling right now, I'm not having a sore throat, but it hurts when I talk because I have a canker sore. So it's very painful every time that I talk, and I cannot eat and swallow even my saliva because it hurts. So it's kind of similar to sore throat. Yes. Okay. Have you ever experienced having a sore throat?
yes.
Nice. All right. So here, Mayan, I want you to look at the next word. We have here stomach ache.
Stomach ache.
Oh, say ache, ache.
Stomach ache.
Oh, not H. Ache, ache.
Ache.
Very good. One more time, please. Stomach ache.
Stomach ache.
Very good. What is a stomach ache, man?
Uh, is my
Yeah,
things is hurt in my. Oh, wait a minute.
okay, sure.
I think is hurt in my belly.
That's right. So when the part of our stomach or our belly hurts, that means we're having a stomach ache. So why do we have stomach ache, man?
I eat some. It's very so many fat food.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I eat so many fast food. It's not good for belly.
All right. Thank you for that. So we got a stomach ache if we eat so much food. And if we don't eat food, we also got a stomach ache. And if we accidentally eat food that has expired already, and it gives us a stomach ache. Okay, now look, we have here earache.
Earache.
Very good. An earache is when your ears hurt so much and you couldn't listen well because it gives discomfort when you listen to something. Yes. And once we hear headphones, headset, and we're going to put it to the highest level, this is the time that our ears would hurt because it destroys the eardrums. Have you ever have an earache?
No.
Wow, nice. Okay, now look at this word. I want you to look at this picture, Mayan. If you're just going to look at this picture, what word can you guess for this?
Mm, the boy looks very scary. It's so tired.
Scared. That's right. So if our topic is all about health problems, so what problem does this boy have, or what's the matter with him? He's got a
Maybe is sick,
he's sick. Very good. So he's got a say headache.
headache.
Very good, man. What is a headache, man?
Think the head is very hurt.
That's right. Okay. And sometimes when we're having a cold or fever, it gives us a headache. And if we don't drink lots of water, it makes us dehydrated and it will give us headache too. Okay. Now look, we have fever.
Fever.
Nice. So when we say fever, this is when you're sick and your temperature is so high. Okay, you feel so cold, but when you're going to touch your body, you are so hot. That means you have a fever. So what do you do when you have a fever, Mayan?
Things I sleep.
Yeah, same with me. I would take my medicine, I will rest, I will eat, and have enough sleep. Or sleep until my body recovers. Or until my fever is gone. Okay, now look, say pain.
Pain.
Breathe. So when we say pain, this is something that hurt. Okay. So Mayan, I'm gonna ask you, what is the most painful experience that you ever had?
Things is in my shoulder.
Pardon, please.
I think I pain in my shoulder.
Oh, why is that?
I uh the door is the thing is
I'm sorry, Mayan,
wait a minute.
because the door is.
The door is damn about my shoulder.
I'm sorry to hear that one. Does it hurt up until now or not anymore?
Yes.
What do you mean, yes? Does it hurt? Yes or no?
Heart is very hurt.
Ah, okay, great. Thank you for sharing that one, Mayan. So, Mayan, I asked you a question like, does it hurt? So you can say, yes, it does, or no, it doesn't. So if you said yes, it's very hurt, right? So instead of saying it's very hurt, you can say it's very painful, like that. When it comes to grammar, painful is more concise than hurt. Okay. Now look, say backache.
Backache.
Nice. So backache is when our back would hurt. Have you ever tried having a backache?
Yes, sometime.
Yes. And what are the reasons why our back hurts?
I think I have some uh,
Yes, man.
Mm, I think I have some changes during puberty.
Very good. Okay, and one thing that gives us a backache too if we don't sit properly. So even though that we just sit, we really have to sit properly. Okay, and not have a curved body. Like for example, if you're going to sit, but you are sitting and at the same time sleeping, then it will give you a backache. Okay. So Mayan, we really have to sit straight or sit properly. So Mayan, what do you do when you're having a backache?
I think I mm, take some medicines and go to the bed.
Very good. Okay. What kind of medicine do you take for the backache? Is it just pain reliever?
It's like some
I
things.
I'm sorry. Uh, I'm sorry. What's that?
Uh, is look like some paper.
Ah, okay. That's really interesting. Okay, now look. Say cough.
Cough.
Okay, so cough when it's rainy season and even during summer, cough is common. Yes. Okay, so when was the last time that you have a cough, man?
Mm, uh, I think it's the weather. The weather is sometimes the weather is
When the weather is
change.
rain?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, yes. So when was the last time that you had a cough?
Mm,
Was it a year ago, last month, or 3 months ago? When?
sometimes.
Ah, okay. Thank you for that, Mayan. So here, Mayan, look at this. When I said when was the last time that you had a cough? So in this way, Mayan, you can tell me that date or the time that you had a cough at the recent time. You can say it was yesterday, it was last week, it was last month, 2 years ago, or in the month of January, like that. But if I'm gonna ask you, how often do you have a cough? Then you can say it's not often, just sometime. Okay, so in this question, I'm asking you the adverbs of frequency of how uh often do you get cough like that. Are we clear on that, Mian?
Yes.
Is that clear, Mian?
Yes. I can hear you.
Very good. Okay. Now look, we have here flu.
Flu.
Nice. Okay, so Mayan, by just looking at the pictures in here, what is flu?
I think it's some uh, some sick. I think
Mm,
it's
yes, you're correct. It is a kind of sickness. Okay, so what are some symptoms if we have flu?
What can you say again?
What are the symptoms if we have flu? Or when we say symptoms, those are the things that we get that indicate that we have flu. For example, if your muscles are in pain, that means you have a flu. So what other symptoms would be there for us to say that we have a flu?
Uh, uh, I don't know.
All right. So look, if we're having a cough, headache, pain in our muscles, and a high fever, that means we have some flu. Okay, so flu is worse than just having a fever. It's like complete package of sickness. Have you ever tried having a flu, man?
Yes,
Wow. Okay, so what did you do when you had a flu?
since I go sleeping or take some medicine.
Very good. Okay, now, how many hours do you take medicine when you have flu?
Mm, I think
Just like me.
sometimes.
Oh, just sometimes. How many hours, man? Just like me. When I have a flu, I take medicine every 6 hours. What about you?
I think I take some medicine at 8 hour.
Every 8 hours. Very good, Mayan. Okay. So the number of hours depends to our doctor and depends to what kind of medicine do we have to take. All right. So here, Mayan, listen and repeat. Health.
Health,
Great. Health problem.
health problems.
I'm not well.
I'm not well.
I need to see a doctor.
I need to see a doctor.
Disease.
Easy.
Very good. Now, which word in here, Mayan, that is not familiar for you?
Uh, uh, no.
Oh, so you know all of it, right?
Yes.
Very good. If I'm gonna ask you, Mayan, what is disease?
Mm, uh, so, I mean,
I'm sorry,
uh,
Mayan, I cannot hear you well.
the air environment is very,
Malaria. You say malaria.
uh, air environment.
Ah, okay. Yes, that's right. Okay, so we get disease from the air that we breathe or from our own environment. And when we say disease, it could be transmittable or not. Just like COVID-19, that is one of the famous disease that we have in the year 2019 up until 2020. Yes. Okay. And sometimes when we say disease, it could be transmitted from one person to the other. Yeah, that's why we really have to take care of our body and stay clean to be away from the diseases and sickness. Okay. So,
Yes.
Mayan, let's make a sentence using each of the word in here because you already know each of it. So, my sentence is according to most, according to some of the people, health is wealth. Okay, now what's your sentence, Mayan?
Mm, I think it's my mom because she do every exercise.
Okay, thank you for that. So if we do exercise regularly, then we can maintain our health. Okay, now look, what are some health problems that you know, Mayan?
Mm, yeah, um, s- have I think is sometimes I have a headache. This is a health problems.
Very good. Okay, so do you have any health problems, Mayan?
Yes,
Wow,
sometimes.
sometimes, yes, great. Okay, me too, and that is normal. As long as it's nothing serious, then that's totally fine. Okay, now, Mayan, when can we say I'm not well?
Mm, I'm sad not well when I have some flu.
Very good. Okay. Now, when was the last time that you were not feeling well, Mayan?
Mm, I think sometimes I have some work or very so many work.
Yes. And it stresses us out. That's why we don't feel good at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here, let's move on from that. We have here a sort of review. All you have to do is to look at the picture and tell me the correct word for each of the picture. So if you're going to look at this picture, Mayan, what's the best word for
It,
this one?
it's pain. It's pain.
What is this?
Uh, it's pain.
Very good. Pain. What about in here?
It's flu.
Wow, very good. Okay, how about this one?
I think it's a stomach ache.
That is right. What about this?
It's back ache.
Very good. Okay, how about this?
It's a cough.
Nice. How about this one?
It's I think it's
I think this
flu.
is flu or fever. Yeah, let's just pretend that this is flu. Let me see. Let's click it. That's right, it's flu. What about this one, man?
It's earache.
Very good. What about this?
It's toothache.
That's right. This one.
Or it's sore throat.
Great. This one.
It's headache.
Wow, nice. Okay, so we will skip this one because we are done with it. So let's move on with reading and questions. So this time, man, you're going to read about Peter who talks about his health. And I'm going to ask you questions about it.
Um, I rarely get ill. I always feel strong and have a lot of energies for studies, playing sports, and everyday activities. I often get sick only once or twice a week, twice a year when the weather is too cold. I believe that health is the most important things in our lives. Without good health, we can hardly do anything we want. We can be not so rich, but we shouldn't have bad health. So I always try to protect my health. I do exercise and play sport regularly. Moreover, I have a balanced diet, eating much vegetable and less meat, and I try to keep my mood good. I sometimes get stresses. It is when I face some problems relate to study or relationships, but the trees lasts not too long.
Wow, very good. Thank you so much for reading this one, Mayan. You are a great reader, Mayan. But there are some words that you mispronounce, so I want you to listen and repeat after me. Stress.
Stress,
Very good. Lives.
lives.
Nice. So far, so good. The rest of the pronunciations are correct. So, do you have any question about this text, Mayan?
No.
All right. Now, let me ask you questions instead. How often does Peter get sick?
Peter always feels strong and have a lot of energy for study, playing sport, and everyday activities.
All right. Now, look at this question. I'm going to ask you one more time, Mayan. How often does Peter get sick?
Peter gets sick only once or twice a year when the weather is too cold.
Okay. Thank you for that one. So, he rarely gets sick. You are correct. Now, why does Peter think health is the most important thing in life?
Uh, the, I think it's without good health, we can hardly do anything we want. We can be not so rich, but we shouldn't have bad health.
Very good. What does he often do to have good health, man?
Uh, she always try to protect his health. She do exercise and play sport regularly.
That is correct. And lastly, when does he feel stressed?
Uh, it is when he's face some problems relate to study or relationships.
Very good. That's why if we are a student, it would be better not to have a boyfriend because relationships sometimes would stress us out. It depends. If you're going to meet someone who's very patient with you, who's kind, forgiving, and doesn't give you any stress, you are very lucky. But most of the time, relationships will undergo so much hardships and stress. Okay, so if you don't want stress, then the best thing to do is not to enter into any relationship. All right. So, Mayan, I'm gonna ask you, when do you feel stressed?
Mm, I think I have so many energy for work.
Very good. Okay, now, do you also believe that health is the most important thing in our lives?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because they have so uh, I think I'm not have a flute
Pardon?
or straight and not have a straight or flute.
All right. Thank you for that one. So, me, I also believe in the saying that health is the most important part or the most important thing in our life because if we are not healthy, we cannot do anything that we want to do. And even though that we have money, there's no point because we cannot enjoy our money if we are not healthy because we would just stay at the hospital. So as early as now, we must take care of our body by eating healthy food, exercising regularly, and of course, develop a healthy habit. So those are just the things that we can do to save ourselves from having those diseases or sickness easily. Okay. So Mayan, I'm gonna ask you, how are you today, Mayan, when it comes to your health?
I'm fine.
Oh, you're totally fine. You're not sick at all, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's really nice for you, Mayan, because right now I don't feel good. Aside from my mouth is swollen and I couldn't talk so much because it hurts and I couldn't eat. I am also having a headache. So if you're gonna ask me, how are you, teacher AM? I'm not fine at all. Okay. But anyway, do you think, Mayan, that you have a good health?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Do you often get stressed?
No, just sometimes.
Wow, very good, Mayan. Okay, so if you are stressed, Mayan, how do you deal with it?
Things like playing game with my friends or go outside.
Wow, that's really nice because you know how to deal with stress. Okay, so anyway, Mayan, it's already time. So we will just end here. Do you have any question?
No.
Yes, thank you so much for today, Mayan, and thank you for understanding that I cannot turn on my camera. It's just that I am embarrassed to let you see how swollen my mouth, my left cheek is. Yeah, because of this canker sore. You can also look for it, like what is canker sore, like this one. I think you have this before because this is very common, but it's nothing serious. Okay, but anyway, Mayan, thank you so much for today. Have a great day and see you this weekend. Bye, Mayan.
Yes, goodbye, teacher.
Bye.